Hello, and welcome to Your Money 2.0. I'm Thomas Fox, Community Outreach Director at Cambridge Credit Counseling. As we've learned in hindsight, there are a number of factors that brought about the Great Recession. We discovered that the boom and bust cycle of the housing market was created by Wall Street's insatiable appetite for mortgage-backed securities, and that no one who suspected it was unsustainable bothered to do anything about it. We also learned that you and I live somewhat beyond our means. Consumer debt in America currently stands at $12.5 trillion. That includes mortgage loans, home equity lines of credit, auto and student loans, etc. Credit card debt accounts for roughly $826 billion of that total. Although these figures seem high, they're actually lower than they were just a few years ago. As it turns out, throughout the Great Recession, we've done a pretty good job of paying down our debt. According to the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, Americans reduced their mortgage debt by 7%, auto loans by 12%, and credit card debt by 15%. We've also increased our savings to 5.3% of our disposable income, a figure that still falls shy of the recommended 10%, but at least we're moving in the right direction. It's difficult to compare our recent recession with the Great Depression of the 1930s, but it's certainly the most challenging economic event most of us have endured. Many of our friends and family members have been met with or underemployment or foreclosure. We've seen our retirement accounts dwindle from stock losses, our home values plummet as the housing bubble burst, and there's still a fair amount of uncertainty about when we'll return to economic prosperity. We may not have stood in long bread lines like they did during the Great Depression, but what we endured should have left a lasting impression. Well, as it turns out, not everyone has learned their lesson. Consumer debt inched up recently, the result of increased credit card use. There's also been a recent increase in articles describing a pent-up consumerism or frugal fatigue, essentially suggesting that Americans are consumers by nature, and when we're unable to spend, we get upset. According to these articles, we are eager to spend. I believe that there's more to it than that. I think that much of our discomfort comes from the fact that many of us have never had to run our lives on a budget, the linchpin of financial success, until now. Over the last 3 decades, Americans have had almost unlimited access to capital. We never had to budget because we could always get our hands on money. If we didn't have funds in savings, we could always use our credit cards or take out a home equity loan. Many of the repayment terms were reasonably cost-effective and didn't interfere with our continued access to credit. As long as we had enough money to make the purchases we wanted and enough left to pay the bills at the end of the month, we were complacent. When access to credit became more difficult during the recession, people saved. Just because the economy shows signs of turning around, it doesn't mean that you should resume the same bad habits that left you so vulnerable when the recession first took hold. Successful businesses can be a useful role model as we look to develop better financial habits. That's because all successful businesses plan their spending, and the best ones do it for years in advance, not months. Every financial decision is balanced against the goals of the business. In order to succeed in our personal finances, we should apply the same logic. Living within your means is more than having the income to support your expenses. It also includes developing a realistic approach to savings, investing, and creating a comprehensive financial plan that can help you achieve your goals and see you through a crisis. If we ought to learn anything from the recession, it's that when things were down, most Americans dug into their finances and regained control of their spending. As we begin to emerge from our downturn, we should carry that lesson with us to ensure we're better prepared the next time we face a serious financial challenge. More important, we can use the principle of living within our means to rebuild our own personal businesses. Well, that's it for this edition. As always, we welcome your feedback and ask for your thoughts and suggestions by emailing us at yourmoney2@cambridgecredit.org. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm Thomas Fox for Cambridge Credit Counseling.